Well. Not them lying on me. I guess people thought I got a strike, but I didn't. I could still go live. This is some weird shit. I've never seen them say that I gave medical and misinformation. No the fuck I didn't. No the fuck I didn't. Matter of fact, when I oh goodness. Now it's a 4-day weekend, so ain't nothing open. But soon as this is over with, damn, I can't even do it then. I got something coming up. Wait till now, get hey triple bro. They thought they did something to my page, striking it. Nah, bitch. They was offended about that. Can you stop crying, TV? Y'all hit the like button for me, please. Do you know they went crying to YouTube about the video I did say Honest Road is not autistic? And they went lying to YouTube trying to get my page struck. See, when I tell you I be bothering these uneducated mammies, they're uneducated and they're crybabies, trying to put other people on things that they can't be put on. Yeah, I'm gonna take a screenshot. YouTube said they removed my honest roll video because it violate the guidelines of medical misinformation. So you know what that means? They had a bunch of people went behind the scenes. That's how they play that flag game in the peace sector. When they don't like what you got to say, they crew go behind the scene together. Except my crew, we don't do that. I don't give a fuck what you said. If I'm going to get you with anything, it's going to be outside of YouTube, and then that organization can put pressure on. I ain't going to give away all my secrets. I ain't going to give away all my secrets. But let me tell you, I don't flag people. But you know, like I said, the black women sector showed me how to get a motherfucker up out of here, and they don't flag. They just straight up remove IP addresses. You can't be here not under that IP address. You better get a whole new IP address, bitch. Yeah, but I'm about to show the screenshots. Not here. Actually, can I show it here? I don't know because I didn't pay StreamYard, which I should do. To be honest with you, I should just pay it. Yeah, matter of fact, when I go live later, I'm gonna pay it. But this live ain't gonna be too long. But I've never seen that a flag saying medical misinformation. I didn't give any wrong misinformation. Everything I gave was the fucking truth. So they went behind the scenes, VS and Brianna and probably Lady Nika. They went flagging. Because when a bunch of people keep flagging, they'll just automatically do it. So the only thing I have to do is have a professional look at my live and it's going to be unflagged. But they didn't give me no strike, no nothing. Like it didn't count for anything. I can still go live as you guys can see. So it didn't count for anything. The reason why they probably took the video down because of massive flagging. But people must not know about YouTube new rules about false flagging. Okay, because every time they get me flagged, I take my time because then I want them to personally look at it, and everybody, especially people with a channel, that's going to be considered false flagging. And YouTube don't like false flagging because you're taking up a lot of their employees' time with bullshit. But I didn't do not one goddamn thing wrong. I didn't say one goddamn thing wrong because everything I said was the truth. Like I said, and I'm gonna say it again in this video. I didn't need a teacher to tell. My son wasn't in the damn near preteens when he found out he had an issue. His mother knew right away because I pay attention to my child. Okay, like I told you guys, when I had my kids, I went in the house. Not only do I know who their father is, their father claims some bitch. And I, the one that knew about my son's condition. I didn't need no fucking school doctor, nurse. I knew. And like I said, a lot of people feel like, uh, and I can say it was the truth. I said that with autism, I noticed my son regression at around 10 months. And most people feel like it's due to the immunization shots. Nothing else. So why would you give your kids medicine? Because people are here, because you know why some people give their kids medicine? I didn't even say that part, but now I'm going to say it since they mad. You get more money. When they put your kid on medication, your check get bigger. So a lot of these mothers, they don't give a fuck. They rather than go out here and get it, they will use their kid's body as a fucking guinea pig, because it's not like you can just say, oh, I'm gonna take my kid, gonna take the medicine. No, they test their blood and everything to make sure they really taking that shit. There's no way in the fuck I'm gonna put my son on any medication for autism when, number one, they don't know how the fuck it started. They don't know. They don't know. And like I said, it's busy. I was on my well, I was on somewhere, but I was doing something last night and I totally forgot. But I'm gonna put the number, because everything I say can be verified with facts. I spoke with people, like right now. I'm trying to get Nala in the Albany program, OPWDD, whatever. Her school is lagging. Like, she gonna have to do a whole nother freaking, give them a whole nother physical and everything. But while I'm waiting for Nala to get a part of that program, because that program is the best. They sent me this other program, and just like, that's when they just send you a bunch of listing that people you can talk to. And one of the people was like, if you have a child with autism, even if you in the far, like, say your father, you live here and the father live in a whole nother state or country, they will ship the pack. All they think they need is his email and phone number. And when they talk to him, that's why I say, if you know who your child's father is, if you know, you don't even have to talk to him. They will send him the information, and they will give him, and if he agrees, they'll send him the packet. So yeah, they don't never tell. I ain't never heard nobody in no state have dealing with their children autism. And trust me, I used to be a part of a Facebook where mothers, parents, well, it was really mostly mothers, all different states from the United States, sharing like things that we do with our autism child and stuff like that. And this is with Nyla, not with my older kids. Because like I told you, my older kids, we stayed outside. And like I said, because my son had his sister, that also, me catching it early when he was about 10 months, and my son started getting services when he was 1 year old, because I saw it, ain't nobody else seen it. And then the fact that he had a sister there. My son, very advanced. He did everything. Basically, he went right back to schedule. The only problem was he didn't like being in large groups of people. So he could not be in a regular school because it was too many kids in the class. So yeah. Rather than him taking drugs, I'd rather him be in a class of his size. And it made my son excel. My son started going to regular school when he was in junior high school. They felt like he was ready. And then that, ever since then, he went to regular school. He graduated junior high school, the top math person in the whole New York City. Do you know what accomplished that is for me? Because uppity sucks at math. I've always did good grades in school. Like I told y'all, math and gym for my whole duration of school is the only reason why I didn't make valedictorian or salutatorian. Math and gym. When I got to high school, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with that teacher, but she wanted us to act like we was training for the Olympics. I'm like, this is fucking just gym. Like, you doing too much. And math, I just never been good at it. And my father hated that, because my father was a genius at math. So I guess my father and a couple of my sisters and my brother, well, like, just like two of the girls, my father got 5 kids. Me and one of the twins, we just sucked at math our whole life. But everybody else was the type of math equation they could do at their head without using their finger or nothing and be right. It's crazy. Not me. I had to sit there and do my fingers, have my little calculator. Like, yeah, that's me. So yeah, but my son, top grades in the whole junior high school of New York City, top grades. I got the award to prove it, bitch. So yeah, and when they talk about autism class, they're not necessarily slow. They're just catered to like the kid, like with the classes that my son was in. Those kids just had like social things more than anything, but nobody had behavior issues, because in New York City, I was one of the parents that fought a lot for that. Because they used to have kids in classes with kids who were nonverbal with verbal. It was just a mess. And now it's not that way. It's not that way no more. Like, well, I know at least for the beginning, like when I was at, they had 2 kindergarten classes, one for kids who were verbal and one for kids who were nonverbal. When Nala first started going, she had to go to the nonverbal classes because she was not talking enough. Okay? And I totally understood. I didn't take offense. But now she's in verbal classes because you know what? She 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 got her needs met. So when she went to kindergarten, she went to the verbal kindergarten, not the nonverbal. And Nala didn't even go to school the whole school year. So like I said, I have never heard of an incident where people with autism, the autism workers say that, oh, because your child is autistic and the son part is not in their life, they're going to ask you to sign a paper to know the son father wasn't in his life because he abandoned you. Stop making up these lies. Stop blaming it on autism. It has nothing to do with autism. It had to do, because she forgot she came and told the story. She don't know who her kid's father is. Well, one of them. I know she said at least one of them. That's not Uppity issue. Also, it's not Uppity issue. Teachers could not tell me that my son was regressing. As a parent, you are your child's first line of defense. So I gave no medical misinformation. And to prove it, and I'm gonna appeal that shit and get that video back up because the video hurt feelings. It hurt feelings. And you cannot be contacting YouTube because I hurt your feelings and busted your lies. You got to go around hanging with people that says you got bad wounds. Like these bitches are thirsty for men in their life. You could tell by the type of niggas they be around them. I wish I would allow a nigga to mistreat me. Y'all think y'all about to see talent in my chat anymore? Hell no. Hell no. The minute he come over here, he getting blocked. I don't deal with no fucking disrespectful ass niggas, especially not no broke ones. The fuck? Like a broke nigga could do for me. Me speaking to you should be motivation to do better in life. So if you don't want to be appreciative of that, get the fuck out my face. So yeah, as you can see, I can still go live. So what happened was it was a bunch of people flagging because I know YouTubers that's really getting numbers, bitch. And I don't use them like, can you please share my page? Can you please come on my link? No, I hit them up like, yo, people are false flagging me. Can you talk to one of your YouTube representatives and let them know da 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 this da 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 da? And they told me not to do da 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 this and da 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 da. But they never said I couldn't say the faggot word. Yeah. They just don't do it on their channel because they monetize it for like certain commercials. So yeah. So I'm about to hit up my YouTuber, not this weekend, because I know they're partying. Everybody parties for Labor Day weekend. We all know, and shout out to the Caribbeans, all my Caribbeans. I can't wait to. I hope I see a lot of y'all on the road selling plates and stuff. That's my favorite part. Like the home cooks come out and be selling their meals. But yeah, they flagged me, but it ain't mean shit. And I didn't give any medical misinformation. And since people want to lie about it, I'm gonna further embarrass them. When after the 4-day weekend is over, I'm gonna call one of the numbers, the 800 numbers. I'm not gonna even just go to New York City. I'm gonna call the national autism numbers, and we're going to have conversations about the things that people claim that they had to go through per state. So we're going to automatically bust on a lot. Just because you don't got no father in your child's life, that doesn't mean you get to blame the autism community. Just because you gave your child drugs, you can get a bigger check, doesn't mean you get to sit here and say that you did it for their best interest. You did it for your pocket's best interest. Clearly, you don't got things like I don't move certain ways online because I love my kids. I would never embarrass it. I damn sure ain't going to jail about no YouTube shit. My kids ain't got to worry about me coming online. My kids, like you see my daughter here, she hate when I be on here arguing. She like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is just it's not like, I be trying to explain to her. Like, it's a beefing sector. We argue about dumb shit. It's kind of like the Housewives show. But some people are very disgusting. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Because she told her daddy when they was putting his name out there. She told her daddy, and his wife worked for the court. So that person, they was already fucked up. But shit, his wife was a real mammy. She gonna go all out. No, excuse me. Yeah, I had to talk to y'all because I'm looking at my email. I'm like, let me talk to them real quick while I have my morning smoke before Nala gets up. And I'm still trying to figure out a hairstyle for her. I want it to be cute, but I want it to well not last too much because of the colors I'm doing. I'm gonna have to take it out, but I still want it to be lasting for like the majority of the weekend. I don't want to have to redo it, but I don't want to have a hard time taking it down because she's gonna be rocking her flag colors in her hair. But yeah, they can flag. It wasn't no strike though. They just removed the content, and I'm going to appeal it. I'm going to appeal it. They thought they was getting my page to no, bitch. Only thing a bunch of y'all did was go behind the scenes flagging, but it's not medical misinformation. And once I have a human review the content, they're going to see that, and the video's going back the fuck up. And only thing that was acknowledged is that y'all motherfucking press. As I should be. Look how some people like. If I let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Mm, nah, okay, forget it, forget it. I'm gonna put which on is the computer back and the camera coming on live showing herself. This bitch don't got no space in the car, no space in her car. Via sitting there playing victim on her live, and Nate was behind the scenes trying to strike me. I told you every, and I wouldn't put it past. Ness was involved in it too. But don't be mad at me. Honest Roach should start suing people for calling him slow. That's the only reason why BS stopped saying it, because the bitch watch everything I do. And she's not educated. Y'all mean to tell me a bitch that doesn't have the common sense to say you cannot make allegations against people online that you don't know and don't have proof of? You don't know that? But you educated enough to decide whether your son should be on drugs for autism and they don't know the cure. Girl, bye. So anyway, that flag did nothing to no one. You can't play the flag game with me. That's why I don't play their content on my page. See, a lot of things they want to do, and you know how the only reason they was getting me before was the community board. They couldn't even get, they never could get my videos. Never. That's why they always reporting anytime I play a song. These bitches are pressed. But why are they so bothered by my little old page? That's not even monetized. It's not even monetized. What the fuck? That's wild. So anyway, yeah, I just came here to say that. I'm gonna put it on my page so y'all can see I'm still able to go live. But they said I gave medical misinformation. That was a lie. I didn't give any medical misinformation. Everything I said was the truth. So I'm going to post that thing up. Well, at least they didn't give me no strike. So the only reason why I could think they did that, it had to be a bunch of people flagging. That's what they like to do. They like to try to flag up me. And people wonder why I won't get this page monetized. Too many fucking haters, too many groupies, you know, doing shit because they can't stand the truth. Nobody likes a truth speaker. But I already knew that when I did this. A true speaker has no friends. So that's why I'm appreciative for the ones I got. Shout out to the people who fuck with uppity. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Cause it's hard in this world. I know somebody was telling me who's saying something. That's what, yeah. When they be talking about numbers, like, do you think I give a fuck? If I'm not monetized, what does it matter how many views I get or don't get? Am I monetized or not? I come on here to tell my truth and the truth. Or well, I'm saying my truth as far as what I see of people, situations, or anything I see going on in the world. Because as you guys know, I barely talk about these weird, goofy ass bitches over here. Y'all hardly ever see me talk about them. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, maybe we talk about more B-sector stuff," and no, that's what panels are for. It's rare that they do anything, and it's rare that they do anything that I feel a need to obsess about it on my channel. That's their job, not mine. Like I said, that's what panels are for. That's why I like panels. I love making things all about me. Y'all know that. But yeah, mm, I don't even. I have never seen that before. So I definitely want to hit at my YouTube friends. Hold up. Now I gotta. It's back to Groundhog Day, y'all. Give me 1 second. My bad. Sorry, I had a phone call. Uh, so yeah. Anyway, I know my auntie probably listen. Too bad she don't want to jump down because she can confirm what I'm talking about. Like before, when I first learned that I was having my son, right? When I got pregnant, I never been a mom before, and like I said, I feel like I had a lot of practice because my mother, she didn't want to take care of responsibility. Every time we used to visit her, she used to have us watch, well, especially me, watching her younger kids or whatever the case may be. See, when I was around my grandmother, even though I was a preteen and everything, my grandma always usually had somebody watching us. In order to make us get a little bit of freedom, my aunts and them will put their little kids on us. Be like, okay, you watch the baby and you play with the baby in the park, and I'll let you go across the street. Because if you know Tab, where I grew up at on Madison Ave, Madison, I was on the building Madison, right on Madison Ave, but on the side of the street that was towards Fifth Avenue. My I had a friend that lived on Madison Ave, but they was on the side that was going towards Park. So it was literally across the street though, literally. So they would do that to us, like my aunts or my uncles, if they were trying to get with some girl, they'd be like, "Hey, watch her kids in the park, and I'll let you go across the street, or I'll take you." I used to really love to hang like down Madison or whatever. So if they really is about to act up, like usually they'll be like, "All right, watch so and so for like this amount of time, and we're gonna go down." I think it's called Carver Projects. We go down to Carver. That's where my bestie from high school is from, Tiana. We was besties in high school. But anyway, so anyway, that's the only time we used to get out. But that's the only time I literally had to watch kids when I was at my grandmother. But for my mother, all the time. But I was only around her in the summer. So when I got pregnant with my son, I took parenting classes because I already knew I was going to be doing it by myself because I wasn't supposed to be pregnant. And I don't play like a guy. People don't like to believe me. Men try to trap women into babies all the time. Like, I know I'm pretty and stuff like that, but when you actually have the privilege of dating me, you already, it's like I'm not trying to like brag on myself like that, but it's just the truth. And this is why I never really cared about marriage, because I've always had an issue getting rid of men. I've never had an issue getting a man. Because number one, you got to realize I don't pursue men. There's not one man walking this earth that's gonna come up to you and say that I flirted with him first. I tried to get with him. I made advances on him. I just can't do it. It's not in me. I can't do it. I really can't. So anyway, not to brag on myself or nothing, but it's just the truth. I never went up to a man and flirted with him. I just won't do that. But anyway, so with that being said, of course, no man can turn me down because I didn't try to buy. And nobody has ever broken up with me. I've always broken up with people. So yeah, I've never had a problem like getting married, getting a man, but I've always had problems getting rid of men all the time because once you're with me, it's like you know it's not gonna get better. You know, like you found the best. That's it. That's the only thing I can say to round it up. I'm talking about just in all aspects of life. So they never want to fucking leave. And I think that's my son probably thought that if he gives me a baby, I was gonna be stuck with him. Because I told you when I met him, this is when I had broke up with the guy that's the reason that I don't date cancer men anymore. You will never ever, and people cannot believe in zodiac sign all they want to, but it has not let me wrong. I will never deal with a cancer man ever again in life. Ever. I don't care. I don't care. And also now that I know about Aries men, I may add them to the watch list. I don't know. I never dated the Aries, but from what I hear, they just like cancer men. Way too many people have been saying that. But anyway, so when I met my son father, I just wanted to live in Harlem and I didn't want to have to pay no bills. And he had an apartment in Harlem. That was it. He was fun while I tried to figure out what I wanted to do because this guy had just turned my whole world upside down. And then, and I didn't want to move back with my grandmother. No, I really didn't. But I wanted to be in Harlem by my friends and stuff because I was in the Bronx. And, I would always have to travel to Manhattan to hang out. Nobody really likes to hang in the Bronx. We only went to the Bronx to like to go clubbing or to a restaurant like City Island and stuff. But as far as just hanging around, no, we would hang around in Manhattan where we was from. So anyway, yeah, I didn't expect to get pregnant by him. So once he got me pregnant without my permission, he took the condom off. I broke up with him right away. And I went to parenting classes. And when I was in parenting classes, let me tell you, they've been trying to push this agenda on people. And I know forget my aunt went with me. She was like, because it was supposed to be for both parents. So my aunt came as like, the moral support because his dad wasn't there. Child, everything was going fine until we got to the part where they was like when you put like playing with the dolls and stuff, and they was like don't, and they was like, and if your son wants a baby doll, don't be afraid to give it to him. Let him play with the doll just like he would a girl. Sometimes they may want to dress up. Me and my aunt looking at each other like, what? Hell fucking nah. Like y'all bugging. And then my aunt, she was like, excuse us a second. I don't know if she excused herself, but it was after it was over. My aunt was like, you better not ever give him no motherfucking doll. I was like, you ain't got to worry about it. The only doll he's getting is one of them goddamn, them dolls like the wrestling figurines and army doll, like them type of dolls, but he's not getting no girl toys. It was no girl toys in my house until my daughter was born. Like, if that's where he want to go, that's what he's gonna do later on in life when he's like kind of. But I'm not putting that in his motherfucking head. So you don't listen to everything the motherfucking people say. Some things they got right, some things they don't. So my aunt told me, but she ain't had to tell me because it wasn't gonna happen. You know, I'm taking these parenting classes to learn about like milestones, CPR, things like that. But you're not telling me to have my son play with no. And you think, and can you imagine how many people in that session just went back because the white lady told them to and giving their son a doll to play with? No, my son didn't get no fucking doll to play with. He got action figures. He got wrestling dolls. You know, stuffed animals. Yeah, that's it. And Diego, that was the only doll he got. Diego. And when my daughter was born, she got Dora. But no girl toys came in there. And he came out just fine. He's not homophobic. He's done none of that. But I drew the line. Blue was for boy. And that was in his head. When somebody, I tell you, when somebody bought him a shirt 1 year for his birthday, I always did a cookout for his birthday. While we was opening the gift, my son said, Mom, in front of everybody, everybody at the party, that. He was like, Mom, somebody bought a shirt for my sister by accident on my birthday because it was pink. It was a boy shirt, but it was pink. It was plaid. It was like a lot of colors in it, but the main color was pink. And my son did not wear it. Yeah. You don't listen to everything they say, dummy. You do your own research and do it and adjust it to your child. So yeah. Anyway, I had no medical misinformation, and I can't wait. I can't wait until those lines open up because this is the weekend holiday. But I'm gonna verify. I'm gonna get my video back up, and then I'm gonna call professionals, and I'm gonna before I make the call, I'm unlike some people. I'm not going to be uploading phone calls of people without their knowledge because these people got real law firms on their team. And like I said, I'm not monetized, but even if I was, I would never do something like that for content. That's another way to not only get your check took, but over check. See, I'm smart and I got to think about my kids' future, including the men that I deal with. Like I said, my son's father wasn't playing at all. He tricked me. But after that, no, 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 no. And before that, that was my plan. Financially stable men only. That's it. I learned my lesson for dating down. I will never do it again under any circumstances, no matter what the reason is. Promise you on that. Ever. And every time any guy I meet, they always doing way better than the last. That's just my motto. And my kids know it. I show it. But like I said, both of their dads are married, so they got that life if they want to. But yeah, I'm going to be calling these people ahead of time. See, and I'm going to be calling different organizations because I want y'all to know this is not a one thought process. And these numbers that I'm calling, it's not New York City. They are national numbers, national. And they're going to know that we're having this conversation. It's an educational video. Maybe YouTube machines get to learn. So no matter how many people try to force flag it next time, they can have some information. Because I gave none. Other people were giving out misinformation, not uppity. You don't give your child drugs for something that you don't know. They don't. In professions that I spoke to, none of them recommend drugs. None of them. None of them. Except if there's some type of behavior issue. Like there are some kids that are violent or they got a lot of like different behavior issues. But like I said, and I said that in my first video, as long as there's no behavioral issues, they will not do that. See, like Nyla, she gets sometimes she throw a tantrum and she throws stuff. Like yesterday at the store. Oh, he'll be like, but I'll tell you, Nyla got some good ass, and she be catching me in here. Like she'll just take something and she'll just throw it. And but they don't, the school doesn't feel like she has a behavior issue because she doesn't. She's the same way like any other toddler. The only thing is, even though she's verbal, she's not how you say it? She's still learning how to like put synthesis together to give like a more thought. So that's why when I speak to her, I try to speak to her excuse me, in short phrases so she understands. And she does. Like now, like the more like she understands like 2-3 word phrases, and now we're moving up to like so she could basically start understanding the whole sentence and start responding in the whole sentence, you know? But yeah, when we was leaving the store yesterday, because at the end, that's what one of the big toes kind of got slightly messed up. We couldn't fix it because I don't know. She had just got annoyed and she just didn't want to sit no more. But it probably because like the salon started getting crowded. But it was lovely because a lot of people, and I think God is not a lot of in the real world, there's not a lot of ignorance concerning autism. That's why we won't have these bitches on the internet lying about autistic people and the things. So it was so many people. Well, the Chinese people clearly didn't, or whatever they was, but it was some black women in there. They were like, oh yeah, it's probably because it started getting crowded in here. But they never mentioned that she was autistic, but you could kind of tell that they knew. They was like, oh yeah, next time just bring her when they first open. Just bring her when they first open, which was what I was trying to do. But I had to, because the people's cigarettes price went up over here like crazy. Like they just very little different between the actual price. So first we went and rode the bus all the way up to this other store so I can get me a couple pack of cigarettes, and then we came right back down and got in the salon. But it had just literally opened. It wasn't open that long. Yeah, but once it started getting too crowded, she started like, time to go, time to go. She didn't want to sit no more. And so I guess because they was taking too long to let her leave, she picked up one of the nail polish and just threw it. And it hit the lady dead in the middle of her forehead. I was like, oh my God, sorry. Because she was getting ready to try to do her nails. I was like, no, 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 this is not gonna work. She's already aggravated. But that's why I was telling them it works best if she get her feet and nails done at the same time. Like she likes to experience the whole water part, but once they start the painting, it's best to start on her nails and paint both at the same time. But if you try to do one or the other, sometimes, like I said, sometimes she'll sit because she was getting the what you call it, the gel thing. So once they start doing the lights and stuff like that, sometimes she'll pay attention to that, but sometimes she won't. But at least we got her feet done. But yeah. But a lot of people, they just had to understand it. They was like, yeah, you got to come when it's less people. I was like, yeah, I know. And I was like, but it's just like, yeah, I see it started getting crowded. I guess everybody's getting, ready for the Labor Day or whatever. So we left out of there. Then we went, I took her to get something to eat. And then we stopped by, we picked up our flags and stuff for tomorrow. I picked up her flag and a flag for her, a flag for her dad. I picked up the little keychain Jamaica puncher thing. Yeah. So when we was on our way back, she was swinging that flag, swinging that flag. And then I'm like, Nala, stop doing that for you hit people. And she kept doing it. She like making the flag go up in the wind and the sound it made. So this lady was walking by and she was like, I was like, Nala, stop it, you hit her. She was like, it's okay. She's a baby. She said, 12 and under, I don't mind. Over 12, unless you're autistic, now I'm be coming at your mama. And I was like, oh wow. But it's gain. I see a lot of understanding is going on. And that makes me happy in the Black community. Because I know when my son first had it, I didn't know about it, and a lot of people I know didn't know about it. Because a lot of people were telling me that I'm baby. Like when I used to take them back to Harlem and stuff around all the people I grew up with, they were like, "Ain't nothing wrong with him. You babying him. That's the goddamn problem. Let him go play with the other kids. I'm like, I'm not making him go play with people he don't want to play with." Then they be like, "Are you gonna let him be rude?" Because my son they used to think my son was being rude because my son name is Naki. Naki. It's not hard to say, Naki, but they would not pronounce his name right. So my son, if you didn't pronounce his name right, you could be sitting right there in his face. He would look around like you ain't talking to no, like who you talking to? And then it would be this one lady, Miss Gwen. Gwen, she used to be the only one that say his name right, and then everybody be trying to talk to him, and he'll sit right there just looking at the kids play or whatever, and then Gwen will say his name, and then he'll look at her, and she started laughing. Everybody be like looking at me like, I'm like, y'all didn't say his name right. He know how to respond. I never said he didn't, but if you don't say his name right, he's and to this day, my son is real like anal like that. Everything has to be like, and he loves using big words. He loves using big words. That's how I told my daughter, told my son, "Mom, why does he complaining to my mom? Why he always got to say all them big words? Why can't he just talk normal?" I was like, he don't have to talk normal. Maybe he's trying to eliminate dumb people from conversating with him. I don't know. That's the way he likes to talk. Just like I tell my son, he was like, "Why is she joining so many activities?" Because she can and she's great at it. They better be lucky she ain't joined the rest. Like, my kids are amazing. I love them. I would never drug them and not have them reach their full potential. And I would never give misinformation because I want everybody kids to be great, especially when they was born to hate it as parents. Clearly, that they love on them. Look at look at the people that be trying to flag me on. Look at their life. Look what they going through. As you can see, they always trying to make me miserable because I'm not. But they won't do it. They won't. But I was really offended. I said medical misinformation. I ain't lie about shit. But we'll see who lied and who didn't lie. We'll see. Because I really am going to call different agencies, national hotlines, and ask them for general information. Because I really am against putting your children on drugs for any reason when it's not medically needed. Like they don't have no like medical condition that requires it. Autism is not a medical condition. It's not. Nala needs glasses. It has nothing to do with her autism. It has nothing to do with it. Nothing. You know? She's wearing her glasses. They're not gonna, even going under surgery. I love doctors that want to put surgery as a last resort. Like Nala could have went under surgery and just fixed it, but no. If the prescriptions is working, like they said, they just gradually increase them until she gets like the age she is now, and now everything worked. Instead of like we could have did surgery when she was a bit. No, 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 no. I don't. I love doctors that want to try it first, like not just pumping drugs into kids or putting them under the knife. I don't deal with doctors like that. If you're a doctor like that and that's your first option for me, okay, time to get a second opinion and time to call my medical insurance and change providers. You're not going to do that. I suggest y'all look up black people in medical history and ongoing now, even with regular people. So y'all know that's why I like to try to befriend people because STEM is a hard thing. So and it's hard to you don't have too many black people in the STEM field. That's why I love like talking to and befriending them, no matter what age their group is, to like just to get to know because there's a lot of research going on and there's not a lot of people of color in there. Just making sure things are on up and up. A lot of these researchers are not even considered with like black, like they test a lot of white mice. There's no melanin in the mice. So a lot of times black people, they don't know how our true reaction would be because it wasn't tested for that melanin factor. That's why I'm against medicine. That's why I really, really need it. That's why I cannot. You gotta look up things for yourself. Do your research for your daily diets. Uh-uh. Nope, nope, no. That's why I teach all my kids about like certain fruit juices and this and that. You don't want to just be jumping in the pill lane because they may cure one ailment and then give you four others. It's just like every pill you take got some type of it's some type of thing going on with it. I can't think of the word. It's early in the morning. Oh, my hand itching. Y'all about to hit the, nah, he about to get me some money. Oh, my hand itching. But yeah, but y'all can flag all you want to. I didn't give any medical misinformation, and I will be calling the national hotlines with their knowledge, so they can educate the people. Because we got people out here trying to blame autism for their poor life choices and bad pussy management. You got bad pussy management. Say that. Don't sit here and say the autism people made your baby daddy not being his like. No, your bad pussy management did. If a nigga wasn't shit before, he ain't gonna be shit after. Like some people get lied to, understandably, but if it keeps happening, maybe you're the problem. You know, like I said, me, it was more like a monetary thing because, like, don't lie to me about your financial status. That's the quickest way for it to be over. Because I don't have a problem working if I have to, but if I have to go to work, then that means I got to be single because then you're not my man, you're my roommate, and I'm going to treat you as such. I don't hide that from people I'm dating. We all got toxic behavior, and I guess that's maybe mine. I don't know, but I don't lie about it, and I'm so freaking serious. I'm so freaking serious. If I have to go to work, then I'm single. That's just the bottom line. And nobody got to deal with it, and I don't have to deal with nobody that don't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? That's how that goes. But you guys have a great day. I'm finished my little smoke break. I'm about to start handling business, see what I'm going to wear today, and see how I'm going to do Nala hair because I ain't find nothing I really liked. And the things I really like seem a little bit too complicated. Like, I can't wait till Nala get to the stage where she sits and get her hair braided. Like, this is new for me with Nyla. My older daughter, she love getting her hair done. See, like, that's what I do with my girls. That's our bonding time. Me and all my girls. Manny and Petty dates. My older, like, I started with Nyla when she was about one, same with my older daughter. So that's why she sits for it sometimes, but she goes in and out of it. But she loves it. She loves the process though. But like I say, it's kind of hard. But I just got to get up early in the morning. Because that new salon they got, I love the ambiance. Hopefully the lady won't be too mad at Nala because she did hit her right in the middle of her forehead. I don't mean to laugh, but it was just a reaction. It was the face. But she didn't mean it. And she's not violent. So she was cool the whole time. But this, regular Tyler thing. But would I allow them to try to get Nala medicine so she don't throw any things no more? Absolutely motherfucking not. And if they try, I'm reporting them to every agency I could think of. And her school is being transferred and her doctor is being changed. Straight like that. You have the power as a parent. Never forget that. People will do anything to your child if they see you will let them. Never take, like, you getting, that's something a doctor should be talking about with her. It never is the autistic people. Even if they felt that, they would send you to a doctor for testing. So the story don't even make sense. So that conversation would normally start with your doctor, not with the people with autism. That's just my thing. They can put recommendation of what they see and what they feel, but the doctor is the one that has the conversation. Like, the story wasn't making sense to me, but like I said, I don't know. That's what she claimed a professional said. But I'm going to be speaking to the real professionals, and we're going to see how that goes. And yeah, they can force flag all they want to. I will be getting it removed. I will be getting it removed. Stop calling people autistic. That's not autistic. You're the one that's giving the false medical information. Stop saying because if you need, if in order to get services for autism, you have to sign away the child's father's right. That's a lie. That's a lie. The child father probably just wasn't in his life, allegedly. I don't know. I don't know. I'm only going based on your story time and the information that you shared. But that has never been the case at all. Like, not my son. My son got all his services and then some. And his father was in and out his life, in and out, in and out, in, in and out. But that never stopped him. And oh yeah, I think one only thing I did forget to mention was this: when my son was getting his services, you didn't have to be there the whole time. I mean, like if they come to your house, you're supposed to be there. Like, but if I would have went to the center, I could have dropped them off at the center and then went about my business. But like I told you, I had them come to my house because my son didn't like a lot of people around. Now I got the same thing with her sometimes. She's moving in and out of it, being comfortable around like a large crowd of people that she don't know. If she doesn't recognize the faces, I mean, if she know the people, that's fine. But if she don't know nobody, yeah, she gets uncomfortable. But so yeah, my son father. That's what they told us. They would do the lessons with him during the week, but then on Friday, that's when we all do it together. That's what it started at home, so they could teach us how to do it. So yeah, that's the only thing I know. But you could be sitting in your house with them, you could just be watching them. But in my case, I didn't because that was my time to get a break, at least for my son. Well, actually, my son, like I said, he was real quiet, my but he was an early bird child. That was his issue. I had to get up real early with him. My son always got up early, 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 early. He did get that from his father. Like no matter what time he go to bed, he can get up early in the morning. I just, ugh, that's always been a task for me. But yeah, only on Fridays. And then if his father come, sometimes he would participate, sometimes he wouldn't. But it had no reflection, and I don't even think that's legal for them to do that. If they're gonna deny services if the father's not around, like what the fuck? That's some weird ass shit. I ain't never heard of that. Never heard of it. Yeah, nah. And then it wasn't required for all of us. Like I said, most of the time I would have to be out the room so my older daughter wouldn't be in the way because my older daughter, she's always been a social butterfly. So every time the teachers came around, she used to people being more the center of attention because, like I said, my son didn't want people talking to him. He didn't want people trying to hold him. He didn't like that. If he didn't know you, he had to really get to know you before he gave you a hug or anything. That's how he was. But my older daughter, she was very friendly, so she's used to when new people come around. She was younger than him, so being like she was a baby. Like when he was going on 3, she was 1. So sometimes I would have to be in the other room with her playing or watching let her watch certain shows so that way she wouldn't get in the way of his lessons. And sometimes they'll let her do it like once the lessons is over, like towards the last couple of minutes, they'll come out and the teacher will play with both of them or whatever. But yeah, you didn't have to be there. That's a lot. But the services, because don't worry, you don't have to sign away your kid's father's rights just to get services. That was medical misinformation. Like the nerve of these people saying I gave medical information, and she came out here telling people that they had to sign their children's father's rights away in order for their children to get services. That's a bold-faced lie. That's a bold-faced lie. And I mean, don't worry, I already went and clipped that shit so I could send it to the people just for educational purposes. Like I want them to look into your city and see if that's true because your people need to be investigated for that shit. If they doing that to y'all in the DMV, they need to be investigated. You're not supposed to. Children are, especially in the United States, they entitled to all services once they are deemed qualified for them. That's all states. I'm pretty sure they're not the only agency in that city that do it. It's a bunch of different ones. So yeah. Anyway, the nerve of these people. It's like they trying to trigger me. But I think Cam said something good. I'm not gonna focus too much on this while it's vacation time because I see when it get time to like holidays and stuff, certain people get miserable because clearly people don't want to be around them. Not only do they want to be around them because of their size and smell and attitude, because sometimes look at, I'm just gonna use breathe beyond it and nest. Those are the people who I think got together in ODS. Those are the people I think got together and flagged my page. So if you look at these people, they ain't got no friends. They ain't going nowhere. Grown ass man begging y'all to pay for his imaginary kid's birthday party every year and bringing another baby to beg on behalf of. What type of men y'all know do that? What type of men y'all know do that? Nala dad, my older daughter dad, their income is very different. Both men would never sit online begging on behalf of their fucking kid. They gonna go out there and get it. Like I tell you, my older daughter, her dad, he got fired so much it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. You know why? Because he's an art. He will always go into work thinking he's the boss. He's not the worker. He's not only the worker, he's the CEO in his head. So he got fired from a lot of time, a lot of jobs for basically insubordination and tardiness. Majority of the time, my older daughter that got fired, it was usually one or two of both, tardiness and insubordination. Every freaking time, every couple of months, like clockwork. But he will always get another job. I'll give him that. The most he stayed without a job was 2 days. That's the longest I ever seen him stay without a job after he done got fired. But he was always quick to get another one. I'll give him his credit. He believed in working. You know what I'm saying? Any man I get do that. They first resolution ain't to beg. I don't know men like that. I'm sorry. And I wouldn't be comfortable around men like that. But these are the niggas they choose to be around. So I don't know why they sitting here bothering playing with me. Who would have better advice with men? Let's think about it. And that's another thing they probably was mad at. I say these women don't know what real men is. See, like I ain't gonna like certain women meet different versions of like you ever hear the story? Like you could know a lot of women can know one man but get different versions of him. See, they used you could tell they used to getting the versions of men that go in their pocket, disrespectful, um, and users. That's the only type of men they keep around them. They never get you ever see them around a man that just want to give to them and don't need them for shit? Did y'all ever see one man come around them like that? All the years they've been on YouTube, have y'all seen them be around one man who don't need nothing from them, just around them because they enjoy their company and actually will treat them and their subscribers? Have y'all ever seen that? Or do y'all see them bringing around men who not only using them or trying to get to their subscribers' pocket? These bitches don't know what real men are. That's why. And another thing I want to clarify, like I said, I'm getting the video back up, but I just want to say the points they was mad about as it comes to my head. You know, I just woke up not too long ago. Um, they also don't know all type of men. And like I said, Honest Rose's not autistic. To me, Honest Rose, because Honest Rose said he's not autistic. That's not medical misinformation. He said it. He would know better than everybody else, and I never accused him of that. I also said it seems to me like Honest Rose was loved and nurtured on. I know a lot of quiet men that, you know what I'm saying, stay back. I'm pretty sure a lot of men, you know, many of your crew that you hang with, you know, you got one or two of those friends. Like while y'all might be loud and ready to argue, and people think they're gonna pick on that one guy in your crew that like, you got it, you got it, you got it. Don't want to never want to argue with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Let things slide. People bump them or do this and they're like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They be like, all right, and then and you be sitting there looking like, they don't know who they playing with. And then the minute that he like, oh, okay, I done let it slide. I done told you I'm cool, but you want to keep going, and then that be the nigga that lay them flat out or take them right up on up out this earth. So y'all better be careful. Like I said, you can tell these women are not around men. To me, it seemed like Honest Road was loved and nourished on. And that's why he's able to live his truth in this world. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That doesn't mean him make him autistic. It doesn't. What did it have? Like, what does somebody's um character have to do with autism? Like, bitch, you're weird. You're weird. And if you had the ability to get men that don't use you, you would want that on YouTube. Why are you only surrounding yourself that you go? Man, listen. Uppity stay dust free. If you ain't genuine, you can get the fuck around me, especially if you a goddamn man. Because I don't want no leeches, bums around me. That's why I said Tyler will be immediately blocked. He's a lying maniac. Like, it don't come at me aggressively because I told the truth. Like, I ain't up here to lie for no motherfucking body. I can't lie because then that's gonna make you gonna take in my cosign on real men. I can't be around here co-signing real men and then say you want talent. That would make me an idiot. I'm sorry, Miss Cruiser. She read you down. You did that to yourself. And nothing to do with me. But you can call me what you like. It don't apply because I ain't on here begging like the bums and the leeches you was around. I got 3 pack of cigarettes. Lemon was out there begging. He a grown up. And that's crazy. I was King Roman, and I was listening to somebody like they said King Roman News paid for the party crew's dinner. So that means King Roman News paid for dinner, Sean Bradley paid for people dinner, and Talent, the one that claimed he's rich, couldn't afford dinner, and his crowd was way smaller, a way smaller crowd. See, what I'm saying you getting like you out here looking sad, and you want me to sit here and lie about it? I can't do that. I'm sorry. Like I'm good at talking, but I ain't that damn good. But anyway, guys, I know I've been saying this, but let me get out of here for real, for real. Oh yeah, but yeah, honest world, he just seemed like he was loved and nurtured, and it is not hard for me to believe. Um, the black male, I've been saying it, and this is another thing to be true. I don't care if black men want to admit it or not. Black men are worship in the black community. They can do the bare minimum and get worship. So it's nothing for me to believe that his parents just loved and worship him. Most black mothers, especially, see nothing wrong with their son. They see them as flawless. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, they love their son and they raise their daughters. That's like the theme in the black community, and it's true. So Honest Road just seemed loved on to me. I don't see him as autistic. I just see him. That's how he is. We need different people to make the world go round. But like I said, a lot of these people you could tell they wasn't nurtured and loved on. And some of them gave us story times how they wasn't worship and loved on. See, I say my mother, but my mother didn't raise me. I was raised by my grandmother, where I was loved and nurtured on. You know what I'm saying? And my grandmother, she uh she had a whole thing around me. But yeah, let me get out of here because I gotta make her something to eat for breakfast because now she's up and brush her teeth, and I really need to start on her hair. I really do. But later, you guys, chef kisses. Mwah. Stop hating on uppity.